Pistol Jim the sausage man practicing his knife skills as if he was at a Japanese restaurant. And here he is, imitating a sharpening drill. Right now we're going to stop filming. I just wanted to make sure it worked. We're going to start doing some meat prep. I'm going to walk over here though real quick. Here's what I mean by meat prep. We got all this good pork we got from Texas. This is a wild boar that came from the Independence Ranch. And we're going to wash it, make sure we get all the excess blood out. We're going to pat it dry. Then we're going to do some serious grinding. I'm coming around to the front side of the work area here. My buddy Sausage Jim, he's cutting and pulling out some fat. I was not being quite as selective. I was including fat. He's done a great job of getting rid of the silver skin. The silver skin will jam up the cutting mechanism. So if you swing over to mine, you'll see that I ground a pretty good batch. That's ready to be mixed with some spice mix, and I'll probably have to go in and clean out and clear the mechanism in there. Jim's using a technique where he's doing all his trimming first, and now he's going to go to his grinder. And,
watch how fast this goes.
Yeah, why is it wobbling? Does it need to be sucked down? Or is it good? No, it's fine. Nice. Real nice.
Oh.
Notice the nice rich color of that. Wow. This hog came, it was a small 60-pound hog I took last April in Texas at the Independence Ranch. We have a lot of fat that was saved from my Tioga boar hunt. Lots of fat. Jim, that's amazing. That thing is really kicking away. All right, that's all for now. I'm going to shut this off. We're going to do some mixing.
We got this one here.
All right, so we've ground up about 8 pounds of wild boar. And we've mixed, we didn't use the pork belly, we're going to use the pork belly next time. But Jim's mixed in about half the mixture of the boar fat that came from the Tioga boar last year. We're going to a bigger bowl, we're going to do some elaborate mixing now.
There, then we can go to season it.
And we're going to use the sausage maker seasoning, the Italian sweet seasoning we got from Tioga Ranch. I got about half of it here. And we're gonna spread it over. We're going to take turns. I just washed my hands so I could do some of this. This is a combination salt, pepper, and cracked fennel. We have a lot of cracked fennel in here. Just hope we won't have too much salt. But we'll make a batch up, and then we'll taste it. We'll actually cook it up. That was about half. All right, I'm going to go at this, Jim. So this is Texas wild boar meets Pennsylvania pig. Jim, since your hands aren't wet or slimy, grab this and sprinkle it around. I think they're very heavy on the salt, but that's not going to hurt, I don't think.
You want all of it?
No, stop right there. I think we gotta taste it before we put anything else in there. Especially since that was good for 50 pounds and I used half of it already, that's 25. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands, get the fry pan out, and we're gonna fry a little patty. See how this is. Those of you making sausage home, be sure to get at least 25%, 25-30% fat, pork fat, or salt pork. If you use salt pork, don't use as much salt. And we are going to use this along with some pork meat for the venison to create a nice blend. Jim's now grinding up some of the pork belly. Did we buy that pork belly commercially, or did I bring it back with that hog?
No, I bought it at Costco.
You bought it at Costco?
Yeah.
Costco sells pork belly.
Yeah.
So you cut it up into small pieces, right? You know, Ron's favorite dish to make, and we have a video on my YouTube channel, how to make porchetta. And use porchetta, use a pork belly. And you put a little pork loin on the inside with a bunch of spices and seasonings. Then you tie it up in a roll, and you put it on a rotisserie, and you grill it. You slice it, you put it in a sandwich. Jim, they actually sell that at the airport in Rome. Sandwiches, porchetta sandwiches. I find them to be very rich because obviously you're eating the skin and all the belly fat. Oh, we got a little jam?
Yeah, I got jam going.
Jim is grinding up some of the venison I got this year. We had it nicely labeled to be ground. He trimmed as much fat off as he could and most of the silver skin. Actually, we're allowing the machine, the grinder, to catch most of the silver skin.
Like this piece right here.
Right? What do you
You're gonna
think?
let the machine catch that.
The machine does the machine gets the silver skin. I had just done mine on the side. This is almost like a commercial for Cabela's meat processing. Jim has the top of the line pro model, and I have the in-between middle amateur model. But that's okay. You only kill one deer every 2 years or so. The little one works. You start getting more than one deer a season, it's time to upgrade. Now, we're going to mix some of the pork belly that Jim got at Costco, pork belly. That's almost all pure fat with a little bit of pork in it. We're going to put about 25% of this in the venison because the venison has very little fat, almost no fat. Actually, we cut all the fat away because there's a funny taste in venison fat, so we don't use it. So Jim, are we ready to season?
Yeah.
Wash our hands, and we'll come up with a little different mix for this venison, right? Hey Jim, see if you can hold that up. Show everybody how you're running the water through. We're cleaning the casings, so we're putting fresh water through the casings. That really is designed to get the extra salt that they stored this in, and to make sure your casing is nice and clean before you go ahead and put all this hard work we put into making pork sausage and venison sausage. We want to make sure that it's done right, and that is the right way to do it. Oh, fresh water. Normally I'd attach it to the filler, hold it up inside. I may have to do that actually.
Well, fine.
All right, so now we're going to move to the stuffing stage, or what I call the stuffing phase of sausage making. Jim actually brought his own separate unit. It's a stuffing unit, and we'll move over to mine. I'm going to stay with the same grinder. I'm just going to add the stuffer attachment to the front. And I've gone ahead, I'll zoom in a little bit closer. I've gone ahead and put my casings on there, and we're ready to go. The first batch that I'm going to stuff will be the venison pork mixture. The next batch, which you can't see from here, so I'll have to turn, that's breakfast sausage. And we use some of this special mix that we got from Deer Meat for Dinner's channel, Robert Arrington's channel. Added some salt, added some pepper. All right.
The red light's blinking on and off.
Yeah, the red light's blinking and we are filming. We're back at the stuffing station. This is going to become the sausage stuffing station. This was the venison sausage that I made. Over on this side, we have Jim's. Say hi to the sausage man, Jim. Say hello. He just
Hi, we just had lunch. You missed everything.
Just finished lunch, and then we're gonna. The meat is already in here, and it was all pork, 100% pork. And then this is a breakfast sausage mix that we're going to make patties out of. And so, if you stay tuned, we're going to start stuffing momentarily. Turn it so we can see it. Hold it up so we can see it.
This one was the pork and pork fat.
All pork,
yeah.
Pork and pork bellies,
Yeah.
and pork fat. That was predominantly the meat from the Texas wild boar hunt. Then that's what Jim will actually do his stuffing separately over there, and we'll film it a little later. I think we might be taking a lunch break right now, but we'll come back to you soon. We'll start on this side first, then we'll move over to your side, all right? This is the venison pork blend, and we'll put it up here. And this is kind of a two-step operation because somebody has to be on this side to kind of catch the sausage.
You want to move this down?
Probably the easiest thing. We tie a knot and then we'll know it'll stop there, right?
I brought these cornholes to poke holes in.
Okay, good.
Get an air thing.
All right, so let's see if we turn the thing on now. You're gonna have to, I guess, help stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
want
to give it poke a hole in there? Let the air out?
Yeah. Is it coming through yet?
I don't know if I got a hole in there.
Yeah, there you go. Starting to come through. Why don't you see if you can, I'll take this
You got
in
that?
there. Yeah. Need to feed more. This may come a little bit thinner for some reason, but I guess I'm not holding it tight enough here. Go, keep feeding, keep feeding. The secret is for me to hold it tighter. As we're doing this, it's a two-man operation because you got to keep a little pressure on the stuffer portion, and as it starts to fill, I think we'll make the venison a little bit thinner, and the pork will be a little fatter because it may come through a little bit faster. There we go. Starting to work nicely now. We're going to need more deer. We're going to run out of deer meat real soon. Yeah, I think your sausage stuffer fills better. This is a little tricky, right?
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
It's working. Maybe that's why they want me to use the fine grind. Excuse me. It sure does look pretty though, Jim. I guess the spices are starting to get into my nose. Oh. This is the part of the video where you edit it real fast. Fast forward. Make it seem like it went faster. Do not attempt this part alone. You won't have enough hands. This is a two-person operation, this stuffing part. It just seems to want to take forever to come out. Here you go, look at it. can't twist Joe's arm, brother Joe's arm into trying this?
No.
No? No interest at all, huh?
No interest at all.
That's why he's a pressure cooker guy. You gotta cook everything in an hour.
That's right.
Alright, so I want to say something to my fans. You're seeing sausage being made. For those of you that watched the Democratic attempted election of Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, especially the MSNBC and CNN reporters, were constantly telling you that democracy is a messy thing. It was like sausage making. They went so far as to compare that fiasco to sausage making. This was a lot prettier, a lot simpler, and a lot more transparent. This is a beautiful thing, making sausage. So I don't know how they could actually begin to compare that process, the politics of Washington, to sausage making. That's all I'm going to say about that. Put your notes in the comment section if you agree with me. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. It does wonders for my channel. Well, you're going to see the next step. We're going to use the stuffing machine. I think you're going to see how much easier, how much more consistent the pressure is with the stuffing machine. This is susceptible to our manual labor. You know, you go to some of these fancy grocery stores and you see all the sausage with the cheddar cheese. They got everything under the sun inside that sausage.
Yeah, you can put anything in there.
Yeah. You can do that if you like. You want to add Parmesan cheese, you want to add Swiss cheese, Fontina, which melts nicely, Italian Fontina. I made some appetizers the other day with venison and mushroom and Fontina cheese. Everybody loved it. Oh.
And everybody's the household?
Well, Mario was here and Sue was here. They liked it. Chris thought it was really over the top. Alexis loved it. I'm going to run out of casing, so stop pushing. Stop pushing. Pretty soon. Well, yeah, continue a little bit more. Alright, stop. Is it coming out yet?
Want to shut it off?
No, let it run. Oh,
Huh?
yeah, shut it off. We'll just add, this is venison, I gotta keep it straight, so we'll come back to this after we do yours. Let me just wash my hands. And we'll take a nice video picture of this. Hey, we make Lou Renzulli proud with this one, Linda. Thinking we gotta run out and buy another 100 pounds of pork or something. All right, folks, so we'll zoom in on that sausage. That's 100% venison sausage completed. And we're gonna move over to Jim's station. I'm gonna zoom out.
See if I can't
And we're gonna let this ride. I'm going to go over there and help him. It's still going to be a two-person operation. I'm going to move some of these things out of the way so we can see better. How does that look? That looks good. The table's a lot cleaner.
There. That's the worst part of it.
All right, so we're going to use a stuffing machine here. Jim brought his stuffing machine. You'll get a better idea
Yeah, we can get rid of this.
as to... Still a two-man operation. Still going to have to... Go ahead, fire away.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta put that little hole in there,
Yeah.
get the air out. We gotta wait for some meat to come out. It's coming. You're gonna get a more. Did you use the small or the large?
I used the larger one.
You used the large one?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I say this is a two-person operation is you want to try to fill the casing as much as possible. And you kind of... I'll lean on this so it doesn't move. Go ahead, keep firing away. Yeah, I think the pressure is a lot more consistent here. See how fast it's filling up? That's getting better. Go ahead, keep firing away. It must also be a trick as to how much tension you want to allow so the thing can expand. I think so far we haven't broken any casings, we haven't poked any holes in it. This is doing a very smooth job. It's still a four-hand operation. Do not try this at home alone. You think we put too much fat in there?
No, impossible.
This is the pork, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Fat's where the flavor is. This held a huge amount of casings too. Oh, this is starting to come out nice now. And you're not even halfway empty, right?
About halfway, I guess.
This is our third video now together making sausage, the sausage mend. And this by far looks like our best. She's a coiling up nicely. Inject a little Italian into this. So the Italian word for wild boar, I should know that, right?
Yeah, why?
Oh, it'll come to me right now. Right now I'm drawing a blank. Oh, from the other room. Cingale, that's the Italian word for wild boar. So we're
Yeah,
making,
it's just one word, huh?
yes. Southern Italy, they talk like they do down in Atlanta. Cingale. Thank you, dear.
Our producer just let us know what it was.
What did you say?
Our producer.
That's our knitting. That's our producer. She's in charge of the knitting department. Oh, I like the way this looks. Oh my God. This would be $20 a pound for sure down at the butcher shop, if you could find it.
Find butcher shop?
Yeah, you're gonna find a butcher shop selling wild game. There's a famous butcher in Tuscany. His name escapes me now too. It'll come to me tomorrow. Alexa, what's the name of the famous Italian butcher in Tuscany, Italy?
I couldn't find any Italian butcher, but I'm working on adding more local businesses.
What did she say?
She said she couldn't find any.
Well, she didn't look in the right place. You should have Googled it. What's the matter for you? Don't you know how to Google? Linda, ask your phone. Famous Italian... a rock star butcher in Tuscany, Italy. God, I think of it.
I got like a 1/4 inch here, and that's it.
Okay. Go ahead and do a snip. And go ahead and twist it and tighten it up. That's beautiful. I gotta get a picture of this. I gotta get a still picture of this. Oh boy. And I gotta zoom in. I gotta zoom in over here. We're gonna zoom in, take a look at this beautiful piece of work. I'm getting, Jim, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. It's got rich color to it. All right, we got to refill. I'm going to shut this off now, but we got to